Sir Richard Branson's rocket company Virgin Orbit has successfully put its first satellites into orbit. 10 payloads in total were lofted on the same rocket, which was launched from under the wing of one of the entrepreneur's old 747 jumbo jets. Sir Richard is hoping to tap into what is a growing market for small, lower-cost satellites. By using a jet plane as the launch platform, he can theoretically send up spacecraft from anywhere in the world. In reality, of course, his Virgin Orbit system has to be licensed in the locality where it's used, which at the moment is solely California. But there are well-advanced plans to bring the 747 and its rockets to Cornwall in southwest England and many other places in the future too. The recent success was a huge win for Sir Richard's team, who had tried and failed to launch a rocket last May. That effort was thwarted by a breached propellant line feeding liquid oxygen to the booster's first stage Newton 3 engine. No such problems occurred this time though. The modified 747, named Cosmic Girl, left its base in California's Mojave Desert at 10:50 Pacific Standard Time to fly over the Pacific Ocean. A little under 60 minutes later, and cruising at 35,000 feet, the jet banked hard to the right, dropping as it did so the 21-meter-long rocket that it had clamped on its underside. Within seconds, its booster, called Launcher 1, had ignited and was climbing to space. Correct deployment of the various spacecraft on board at an altitude of roughly 500 kilometers was confirmed a couple of hours later. Virgin Orbit has achieved something that many thought impossible. It was so inspiring to see our specifically adapted Virgin Atlantic 747 Cosmic Girl send the Launcher 1 rocket soaring into orbit, said Sir Richard Branson. This magnificent flight is the culmination of many years of hard work and will also unleash a whole new generation of innovators on the path to orbit. A playable version of Resident Evil Village can be downloaded right now, and it isn't the only surprise that Capcom had at their recent showcase that they put on. The publisher also announced Resident Evil Reverse. It's a new multiplayer game that pits some of the franchise's most iconic characters, including the likes of Leon Kennedy and Jill Valentine, against one another in a 4 to 6 player deathmatch. One of the producers said, and anyone who buys Resident Evil Village will get Reverse for free. Each match is designed to last about 5 minutes. The twist Capcom has added is that every time your character dies, they transform into a zombie. And you can get more powerful by picking up capsules. In that way, you can get back at the person who took you out and earn additional points to get ahead. Resident Evil Reverse will be available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Steam later this year. You'll also have the chance to play it on a PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, Series S through backwards compatibility. Blue Origin, the space travel company of Amazon chief Jeff Bezos, announced recently that it's getting really close to flying humans after it successfully completed its 14th mission into space on January 14th. Specifically, the space travel company said it is planning to take 6 people on a suborbit flight. The Guardian reports that the rocket New Shepard blasted off just after 5 p.m. from the private launch site of the company in West Texas that carried an upgraded crew capsule containing a test dummy, which the company called Mannequin Skywalker, as seen on the Blue Origin video online. After it separated from the booster, the crew capsule reached a 66-mile altitude above mean sea level, positioning it about 4.3 miles above the Kármán line, the official boundary between the atmosphere of Earth and outer space. space. The New Shepard program is designed to carry 6 space tourists aboard a suborbital flight where they get to experience roughly 3 minutes of weightlessness. The total amount of flight time for this specific test was roughly 10 minutes and 10 seconds. During that time, the capsule was able to rotate at about 2 to 3 degrees per second so that passengers later on can experience a 360-degree view while they're in flight. When it returned to Earth, the booster made a regulated touchdown on its landing pad. The crew capsule, on the other hand, used retro thrusters and parachutes. Following the successful flight, the director of astronaut and orbital sales of Blue Origin said they are indeed, quote, really close to flying humans. Blue Origin successfully launched and landed back its 14th New Shepard test vehicle recently and had returned the capsule designed to carry humans to the edge of space. For this mission, called NS-14, the crew capsule would be equipped with astronaut experience upgrades as the program gets closer to human flight. Such upgrades would include enhancements to environmental features like acoustics and temperature control inside the capsule, crew display panels, and speakers that have microphones and push-to-talk buttons for every seat. In addition, the mission will test a number of communication and safety alert systems for astronauts as well. The capsule will also be equipped with 6 seats, which include the one which Mannequin Skywalker occupied. Then inside the capsule, the nonprofit Club for the Future of Blue Origin will fly over 50,000 postcards to space and back from students all over the world. Essentially, a selection of postcards is set to fly in pockets of Mannequin Skywalker. This is the 3rd batch of nonprofit postcards that have been flown to space. A traditional automaker spinning off a new EV and mobility brand isn't really a new move, and French automaker Renault is the latest to get in on that trend. Mobilize is a new mobility, energy, and data services brand within Renault, and its introduction comes with this adorable EZ1 compact EV prototype. Mobilize envisions users sharing the EZ1 by only using and paying for it when needed. The little car fits 2 people, it's only about 7.5 feet long, and has top-to-bottom glass doors. It's also made from 50% recycled materials and has a battery exchange system to avoid traditional charging. The car is built based on the idea of eradicating waste materials and continuous resource use. It has big top-to-bottom glass doors that give occupants great outward visibility. Here's Mobilize design director Patrick Lecharpy standing next to it so you can get a feel of its actual size. The thing is tiny. But what's more is that Mobilize envisions the EZ1 to be a shared vehicle. Users will only pay when they use the car. The car won't have a key. Instead, users can connect it via their smartphone. The car's battery is also exchangeable. This means that the battery can be swapped out for a fresh one and would reduce the time that the vehicle can't be used because it's being charged. Mobilize also wants to create a whole range of EVs that suit different needs. Should the EZ1 happen, it'll be a bit like the urban car sharing programs in the US. However, it's unlikely that the EZ1 will actually come to the US. Still though, a shareable mini EV with a well-thought-out charging plan could benefit everyone.